just nipped out. It's very cold, but I spotted something from my kitchen window and I thought I'd have to come and have a look. And yes, the very first of the broad beans have coming up. This is my second lot of sowing. I lost the first lot that I'd overwintered to the extreme cold weather. There's some more down there. But this is very exciting. There's even a little bit of sun today. But it's too cold to start any sowings in the greenhouse. So we're currently entering the second week of March, and look, nothing in the greenhouse except for my seed potatoes that are chitting, but I've got nothing sown at all. I was so behind from previous years. They threaten snow and it is just starting. It's like sleet at the moment, but the sky looks heavy. So I've just covered up my broad bean shoots because I don't want to lose a second lot. So hopefully that will afford them a little bit of protection. So I'm going into the warm. It's 2 degrees at the moment, but with the wind it feels colder than that. So stay warm, everybody. This has come. It says live plants. Now I ordered a Cordon apple, Alison's orange and a fig. So I am assuming that's what's in here. Ooh. This is the fig, it's a brown turkey. And it's got some nice little shoots on it. Right, so this is the Cordon apple, and it really needs to be planted up as soon as possible. It does seem to be on bare roots, although there is some compost in here. But the ground is just too wet and way too cold to plant it outside. So as a temporary measure, I'm going to put it in a pot and it'll have to stay in the greenhouse. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to risk it overnight because it's going to be bitterly cold. So I'm going to put this back in the box just to give it an extra layer of protection. So it can stay in here. If I just lift this flap up a little bit, just to help that cope with the cold weather. And then hopefully by the end of the week might be able to get it outside. If not, it will stay in a pot in the greenhouse. But let me just take you a bit closer. It's got a couple of nice little buds there. So I'm really quite excited about this. I was devastated when I lost my espalier, so I'm quite hopeful for this. And it's going to go where those pots are. Good morning, everybody. Well, as you can see, it's snowing and it's trying to settle now as well. So I'm not going to be getting anything done outside at all today. And we've got off quite lightly here in East Anglia, but I know that other parts of the country, certainly further north, are having a bit of a tough time of it. But so much for spring. So I hope you're all keeping nice and warm. I'm going to go and make my usual cup of coffee And I think I'm just going to sit and watch some of my favourite gardening YouTube channels. See you soon. Morning everybody. Well, it's been a really strange few days. It was bitterly cold yesterday. We had blizzard conditions, heavy snow. Today you wouldn't know that it had snowed at all. It's all gone. The temperature in here now, it's 19.1. It's gorgeous in here. I'm actually considering taking my sweatshirt off. Yeah, bizarre weather, but I am aware that we could still have a few more cold snaps, and because the ground is so very cold, the Cordon apple, which I've had in the greenhouse, I'm going to actually put up into a pot and continue to keep it in the greenhouse until I feel the weather is much more suitable for planting it, and then I can take it out during the day, bring it back in at night, just get it accustomed to the changes in temperature. So rather than doing my usual waffling on, I'm going to crack on with it. Okay, so let's get it out of the box. It is bare root, and it's very wet, so that's good. So I'm going to fill that up. I'll come back to you in a minute. Trying to settle the soil around the roots. So that's all done now. Let that bed itself in. See, it's got these little side shoots. Now what I'm not sure about as a cordon, I thought it only had one main stem, but this has been cut with two. So if there's anybody out there who is an expert on cordons, do I remove the one at the front? I really don't know. I've also unwrapped the fig, given it a drink, but that's got some lovely little buds coming. Which is really quite exciting. Show you my plan. This originally was going to be where the fig was going to go, but then I realised the fig's going to get very bushy, and so will the rose. So I need to keep them separate. So I think the apple's definitely going to go here, and it'll go at a, is it 45 degrees to the right, so it'll be growing away from the rose. And then if I move across, and I've got a digger hole for the fig, and then line it with some slabs or something that's going to restrict its root growth, because that will encourage it to push up and produce more fruit. So that's going to go there. And then I'm going to, as best I can, form it into an espalier, and it can spread itself on the fence either side of where it's planted. And it's frozen. Clematis, that's another thing that needs planting. Just needs some warm weather. The rhubarb. How fabulous is that? Right, I'm going in. Coffee time.